Hello, Kimera Hashiv and Jew is Misha Joseph and an Alaba. She Martin va a home and an Alaba and Jew. It's a nice morning. It's a good morning here in Scotland. Well, it's exam time again for my Gaelic course at university, so I need to revise what I've been studying in the last few months. I have an oral exam and a written exam. And just like last time, you might remember before Christmas, I posted lots of clips of me practicing speaking for the exam. I mean, the teacher can't do that much damage to me. It's only, I think, 4 or 5 minutes. But I've made some questions and some answers. And we're going to read through them, and it'll be good for you because we can look at the grammar as well as the pronunciation. Now, having said all of that, this is good revision, but it's all kind of new. I don't think these are things that I've gone over with you. So during the course of the coming weeks, I'll also do some little grammar parts so that you can see and understand more about the grammar. Okay, so today we're going to begin with the question and the answer, okay, with the translation. In the future, I want to take the answer away to force myself to speak more without it. But today, you're going to get to see the answers as well. Right, so the first one here to practice, nach teacher hannet, right. So with professions, we don't say are you, or like for example, are you a teacher, as we do in English. We say the profession is in you. So here, this literal translation is, isn't it a teacher that's inside you? And the answer, han it isn't. She olenach ahanam. It's a student that's inside me. The way we translate that to English, aren't you a teacher? No, I'm a student. Nach teacher hannet han she olenach ahanam. Okay, so a little bit different from saying chaneo, which we learned last time, because the question is nache. Okay, the answer is going to be chan. Okay, now this is in me, but if we look further down here, this is in her or in him. Okay, so this one, um, does she know who he is? Okay, so this here is she, and it's pronounced um, eiche, eiche. So there's a ch sound in there. Okay, so what this is really asking is, if we look at it literally, is the knowledge inside her about who he is? Yeah, and the answer is knowledge at her, but the translation of this isn't the question, okay? It's saying the knowledge is at her. She knows, okay? So, hafis, hafis echke. So, avel fis echke koe is the knowledge at her about him. And it goes on to say he's a sailor. So don't worry too much about the pronunciation right now. Just trying to get your head round the construction here. Because in Gaelic, everything is at you, in you, on you, with you. Maybe similar to Old English when if you were sick, you could say, that the cold was on me. Some Irish people still say that. Oh, I've got a terrible head on me, for example. But it's more common in old literature to say, oh, the flu is upon me. So it's something similar. So on me for sickness, at me for having something like hacat acum. I have a cat. It just means a cat is at me. Yeah. So in this case, the knowledge is at her. Okay. So Gian Oper. Hich, this isn't hichke, it's not ha, which we saw here. It's actually with a G. So it's not ichke, it's ike, without the ch sound. Ike. So as close as I can get to it, I think. Ike. Now, there's different, obviously, varying pronunciations across the Gaelic world of this, okay? The best way to say it, I think, is start with an A and just put the I up. Ich, ikke, ikke, and ikke. So it's not echke, it's not achke for the woman. And for the man, you take away the CH, it becomes simply ike, ike. So Gian Ober, aheke, or hike, the question is, what's the work that's at him? Ike. Now, this gets really confusing because you have ichke, ike, and then you have the others. So we won't focus on the pronunciation right now with this. We're just going to say she and aham. That's the job that's in him, the post officer. Okay. Right. Cachavel e a copper. Where does he work? Hi a copper and tie. And then it's got another word here for food, which is BIDH. So just take a moment there and tell me if you recognize that. Tell me if you recognize the word tie, first of all. You should do, because I think we've spoken about it before. It's a very common Gaelic word. Yeah, tie means house. Okay, so because tie means house, P at the end here is simply restaurant or food house. Okay, so Cacciabile ac oper. Okay, where is he a working? He is a working. We've done this before, the continuous in the restaurant. Okay, and it sounds a bit like Taipei, the capital of Taiwan, Taipei. He's working in the restaurant. Now, it sounds a little bit like Taipei when you say it fast, but it is actually a B, Taipei. Okay, where does he work? He works in a restaurant. Okay, so it's a bit different. We're not saying the restaurant's in him because we're not talking about his profession. Okay, now we're on to who works in the hospital. Coavias Akober and an hospital. Okay, we have a woman's name, Elspeth, Elisage Akober, and an hospital. Who works in the hospital? Okay, and you could put any name in there. We'll go back and go over these another time, but we just want to practice a little bit some of these. So we'll go for a few more minutes. We'll go up to number 10, and then we'll stop. Avel na nurse, Chaniel a nurse. So saying here, is he a nurse? No, he's not a nurse. Okay. Korishahan e kolach, the T is silent here. What's the person like? What's he like? Ha arsht agus call. Okay, so he's tall and thin. Tall and thin arched agus call. Okay, this here in the Gaelic world, I've heard it being said as cool as well as call. I've heard both. So I suppose just to be standard, I really should say cool. As a common name here in Scotland, McCool. I know someone called McCool. I don't know if that means son of the thin one. You know, Mac is son of, so I don't know if that's where that comes from. But call or cool. Go with cool to keep it standard. Okay, number 9. Aveo Gaelic Ichke. So we're back to ha, at ha. So this is saying, does she have Gaelic at ha? The answer is yes. Is nice Gaelic at ha is the way you construct the sentence, as you know, to say she has nice Gaelic. Okay, we put the verb first. So yes, she has good or nice Gaelic. Ma is really the word for good, so je Gaelic. Ikke. If it was a man, ikke. Okay, remember it goes up a little bit. Ikke. Okay, if you're able to hear someone saying that, you head over to the Learn Gaelic dictionary. I'll be able to help you there. So, Avil Gaelic ikke. Ha, agus haje Gaelic ikke. So, does she have good Gaelic? Yes, she has good Gaelic. And the last one is the same. All right, so just to go over what we've practiced today, asking a question, nache, literally means, isn't it a teacher that's in you? Basically, aren't you a teacher? All right. Aveu fis, knowledge. Okay. Ichke, is it knowledge that's at her? Does she have the knowledge who he is? Okay. It might look strange to some of you, I know, but it's just good practice. Jan opper, hike. Okay, so the che is taken away for at him, and it's basically saying what's the work that's at him, and then it gives a profession and saying, oh, it's a postman or post officer that's in him. Okay. Yeah, so there we are. That's a little bit of an introduction. The only confusing thing that we might have here is I've been saying here at him, and of course I should be saying in him. It's a post officer that's in him. What's the work that's ikke, at him or in him? Okay. Don't worry too much about the difference between at him and in him. It's something that'll become clear. But all you need to know in Gaelic is when you're asking about a profession, you're talking about what's the work that's in you, yeah, or where's the place that's at you. It'll become clearer. Don't panic about that too much. But even I'm a bit unclear on the differences between Acum I have and, for example, what we're looking at here. So I don't know the literal translation if this is saying at him or in him. What's the work at him or what's the work in him? But anyway, the answer here is quite clear. But as we go on, I'll be revising this in the coming days, so I'll tell you more about it. Right, there we are. Again, is he an ass? Avel e. Okay, is he an ass? No, he's not an ass. This is an interesting one because you could actually say, if we go back to the earlier constructions, J, a nurse, Um, uh, Echke, if it's a man. Yeah. Is it an ass that's in him? Okay, but we're using a different question here. We're saying, is he an ass in that last one? Okay, so we'll talk more about that again because we have a slightly different construction here and we need to understand why. Right, what's he like? Kulishaha kolach, the T is silent there. We did that as well. He's tall and thin, arsht, I guess, cool or call. Just keep in mind that across the Islamic world, this here is sometimes pronounced arsht for tall and sometimes it's pronounced ard. It depends who you're talking to and where they are. I think it's Lewis, my teacher told me that this becomes ard rather than arsht. So differences across the world there. Um, the word for nice Gaelic that she has, ichke. Then we have je. Okay, and we were saying, does she have Avil Gaelic ichke? Remember the voice goes up there because of that I. It's not echke, it's ichke or aichke. You can check your own pronunciation there. Mine will be getting better as I revise this over the coming days. Okay, and number 10 is the same, and we'll move on to the others. We'll try and do 10 in each clip so it's not too long. Right, that's it from me. I hope you found this helpful. Chiri and Drazda.